REsimpli is a very user-friendly CRM. I think the only challenging part when someone is using REsimpli is knowing all its features and functionalities and understanding how they work. But then, like, you know, when you're using it, it's not complicated at all. It's very straightforward. It provides a lot of system organization, like the system itself um, gives every user opportunity to stay organized with all the activities in his or her business. So it is also like a guide for someone, to establish a workflow. Um, Especially if you're like starting up and you don't have one yet. It's like a guide. I would say it's like a guide because when you log in, like right now, I'm on this main dashboard homepage. It is already giving me an idea of what I have for the day. It is already giving me like what are those things that I need to look into, I need to work on. Um, and my goal is, of course, to make sure that I look into it, all of it, and zero out like on what I see here on my dashboard. And same thing goes with all the other users in the account. Now, with ReSimpli, it helps all of us, the users, to make sure that the data that we have, like especially leads we're working with, campaign phone numbers that we have for different marketing that we're doing, it's all in one place. And, making sure that when a lead is actually on a lead management stage, um, all those functionalities for lead management are already like in one system. Like I don't have to worry, like how would I call out? How would I text out? Is there a need for me to integrate like an application to do those? No, it's already in the system. Um, those who are not so technical would actually find it, easy to deal with the system because there is no or nothing much of a requirement to have it work with other application because it's already like in the system itself. Um, it's making life easier when you're doing your job, when you're doing follow-ups with leads, when you're making sure that you're moving the lead from one stage to another or one status to another. And by simply just looking into this pipeline, like I would know for sure what are the things I need to look into, what are the things that I need to prioritize because I see all my leads like in just one page. I would already have an idea. Okay, what should I do today? Why do I have this no contact made at 70 counts? Um, is my team like working? Are they being productive? Because like user management is in the system. I definitely have control on their accesses, their permissions, the roles I'm giving to them, um, campaigns they're assigned with, the market they're assigned with, anything at all. So um, I would know just by looking if every team member I have who's expected to work on my leads um, is, really working, looking into it. We have all the follow-ups in place. And I love, of course, the automation, for the drip. It makes us, feel confident that we have all the follow-ups in place. And that's one of the best thing about the system. Um, the drip campaign, the ability to automate it when new leads are added into the account. I super love it. The system also allows users to um, look into a perspective of the financial side of the business because it has its KPI dashboard, like how much so far I'm spending per lead. how much so far I'm earning, what's my revenue. I can filter for specific time period. I could filter for specific markets. So the list goes on and on. Um, Looking into KPIs, especially like this marketing tab in here, really like gives anyone, for users, idea of how much is being spent per marketing per specific campaign. So it's really useful. Like you would know exactly like how much you have so far spent on a marketing campaign you have running, or even those that you have in the past. So you know if you are still on that um, range where you're still spending right, and at the same time you're getting the leads in the deals, you know, that you're expecting from that different marketing campaigns that you have running. So also Resimpli is for me is like a one-stop shop for every real estate investors, because I don't have to worry being, signed up with other different applications. System offers lead tracking, so I have it. It's ready in Resimpli. So I don't need anything else just to track leads that I have incoming, or I have leads like added into um, my account or in my system or in my business. So it's all being tracked within Resimpli. Um, I could process documents within the system. So when I check on leads, I know exactly if there are any documents that I've processed so far with that lead. Um, I could definitely check on my team members' productivity on a daily basis or a specific time period. Every communication I have with leads is recorded in the system. So if I have to go back, if I missed anything at all in a recording, I mean in the call, I could just go back to the recording because it's all in the system. It has its own call logs. I would see everything in the activity logs. So it's very convenient. Like if you're someone who's just looking into everything that's going on using the CRM, then it's really a best system to look into. You want to check everyone in your team. You want to check the flow of communication you have with your leads, you know, calling, texting, ringless voicemails. You want to see all your follow ups in place. You can all see that in the system. Also, with like I know I have mentioned about KPIs, the bookkeeping side of the system. It allows us to make sure that we're also balanced, on the financial side of our business, just by having everything that we have mapped in the banking, whether it's an expense or an income. Um, the system as a whole is helping out every user to do what they have to do in a day, to show also to every team member what they would have to do, what they need to do. And it's also like a workflow already in the system. Like I know that every investor would have different workflows, how they deal with things, how things are taken care of. But like the system itself is like giving users idea on, you know, this is what you have to do, this is what you will have to look into. Um, I would say that it is with high integrity for simply because the owner himself is active in the investing business. So he knows exactly what's going on in the investing world, what an investor would need, what an investor would not need, and what an investor would actually not want to deal with on a daily basis. Like as an investor, your focus is to close deals. Your focus is to earn more and more profit. So you don't actually have to spend so much time establishing um, the CRM you use for your business, the system you use for your business. Sit down, be in front of your computer, just looking into it, see if you have everything organized, because like Resimpli is already like helping you do that part. So um I I would say again, with high integrity, because like the owner himself, who's the creator, is an investor himself. I know that before he actually switched over 100% to investing, he was also CPA. So that also like is a very, you know, is a very strong proof that his credibility is unquestionable in terms of like even just looking on the bookkeeping side of the system.